Hey, Kyle here again on the range. Today I'm going to talk about speed shooting or shooting fast. One of the problems I had when I was first coming up in the military service and later as I was becoming a more of a professional shooter is a lot of instructors wouldn't show you how to shoot fast. They would just say shoot faster. And it just didn't register with me. After I started doing this thing, everything started getting tighter, faster, just overall better in any format, whether it's self-defense or whether it's competition type based stuff. I want to label this real quick because a guy by the name of Bill Goh invented this drill. Bill Goh's a former Marine Corps officer. I hired him when I ran training at Blackwater. He worked for me. He got on the range one day, kind of came up with this. I helped kind of perfect it along the way. I know that it's kind of made its way out there in the shooting world now. Just want to make sure that Bill Goh gets the credit. So Bill, I hope you're watching this. We're going to show everybody here how we actually shoot fast. So the first thing is we're going to do, these are all 6-round drills. It's a bill drill. With your magazines, it's nice to have at least a 12-round mag. If you have a 10-round mag, you're only going to be able to do one run out of it. We do not want to be doing a speed reload in the middle of this drill. Okay, so we load up, we come out. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hit my pro timer. I am not worried about the first beep on the pro timer because I'm worried about splits between shots here. I'm not worried about timing the first round. So I'm going to hit this. I'm going to do a 1 second count, which is simply 1,000, and you'll hear me say it. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. All right, nice tight group there. Come down into the holster. What I want to show you guys on the timer here is when I go to the splits between rounds, with 0.87, 0.89, 0.81, 0.82, 0.75. Close enough to a second. This is where new shooters need to start out. But before they do that, they need to make sure they got a good grip, stance, they're working the trigger well. After that, we need to introduce some speed. And this is where a lot of people will stay. You'll see the sights lift off, put them right back on. They'll be stationary before you take a shot. They lift off on recoil, stationary when you take a shot, pretty easy. Now, the next thing we're going to do is cut the time in half, go down to a half-second increment. To do this, the count, as I shoot, boom, and 1, boom, and 2. We just say and the number. Most people, and I'm guessing 75%, maybe 80% of people are going to stay in the half-second count for a long time. It takes a long time to get out of it. To get good, here's what I need you to notice. Well, number one, you need to be shooting when the time is up. Don't wait for your sights to settle. You have to shoot when the time is up. Number two, notice that on recoil, the sights for a right-handed shooter are going off to 1 o'clock. For a left-handed shooter, they'll go off to 11. So here's a half-second count. I'm going to come out, hit my timer, and it's just going to be boom, and 1, and 2, etc. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. All right, you guys can hear me counting there, hopefully. So I come down here and I look at my timer. Go to my splits, 0.73, 0.62, 0.57, 0.58, 0.57. Very close to a half second. Super tight group in my little 6-inch dot at 5 yards. So remember, we can only get 2 runs out of a magazine. So what I'll do is I'll kind of use this opportunity to train as well. I don't want to do a slide lock reload on this drill, so I'm going to come up and just do a tack reload, put this magazine away, throw it down on the ground, whatever, because we're just worried about the drill. Now we're going to go down to 1/4 second splits. This is where the pros live. Very difficult to do unless everything else is correct. So want to make sure grip, stance, and everything. Again, I shoot when the time is up. I do not wait on my sights. On 1/4 second splits, the sights are in constant motion. It's up to you to use all your fundamentals to keep the pistol where it needs to be to get hits. So here we go. 1/4 second splits, simply counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so nice, everything. I'm a little bit high there at the end, but everything made it inside the A zone. We come over here, we look at my splits real quick, 0.19, 0.22, 0.18, 0.19, 0.21, and that is all 6 shots, 5 yards on a 6-inch dot. So that is how you shoot fast. You gotta have a methodical way to do it, and that's the best way that I've seen or come up with. So big thanks goes out to Bill Goh. He's out in California now. He's a law enforcement officer, and without him, we wouldn't have this thing anymore. So get out on the range, get your pro timer, get all your fundamentals down, give it a go. See you out there.